Clear has decided to up their fees again. There's a new welcome offer that could get you 100,000 American Airlines miles, and I've got a story today that's probably pretty topical. Summertime is coming, and it relates to money, getting a summer job, and how parents should or should not feel about that summer job. That and much more on this week's edition of the Weekly Pointers News Update. I'm Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. Thank you so much for watching. Every Sunday, I try to put these episodes out to catch up on all the news you may have missed regarding credit cards, points, miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. Now, if you're looking at me and you're saying, Brandon, you didn't put out a video last Sunday, pretty good reason for that. I was actually stuck on a United Airlines flight to try to get home. I was on the plane for 3.5 hours, sitting on the plane when they finally told us to get off the plane, and we'd have to go to another gate, wait a little bit longer, and then go for that flight home. So thanks a lot, really appreciate it. If I'm the only one that thinks that air travel has gotten worse over the last 3 or 4 years, I don't think I am. It's gotten absolutely awful. It's driving me crazy. But that point aside, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. If you do find this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts, and make sure you're using my referral links down in the description below if you're interested in applying for any of the cards in today's video. We've got stuff to talk about, including some free food offers at the end of the video. We're going to take a look at that. Let's get into the news. Now, Clear is a service that gets you to the front of the security line. Whether you're in TSA pre-check or in regular security lines, it will get you to the front of either one of those lines, depending on if you have TSA pre-check or not. Long story short, it's your fast pass to the front. Does it have some value? Yes, it does. But there's also a cost associated with that. Now, me personally, I've been able to offset the cost of Clear because it's offered as a credit with one of the cards that I carry, and a lot of people feel the same way. I'm not sure if it's worth paying out of pocket for it, but if you are paying out of pocket for it, you're gonna wanna pay attention because the cost just went up. So Clear Airport membership will increase from $199 to $209 starting on July 1st, 2025. And it looks like the credits that are offered on the cards that help offset that will also increase as well to help cover that increased cost. Again, if I'm paying out of pocket for Clear, not 100% sure it's worth it. In fact, I wouldn't do it. I'll just straight up tell you I wouldn't do it. Do you pay out of pocket for it right now? Do you find the value in it? Let me know. Either way, if the cost is increasing, let me know if this is going to impact your decision to keep Clear or not. The Citi Advantage Executive World Elite MasterCard, yes, that is a mouthful for sure, has a new offer that you're going to want to pay attention to because I really like this one. It's a lot of miles, especially if you're in need of these miles coming up for a trip within the next year. So right now you can earn 100,000 American Airlines miles with this credit card after spending $10,000 within the first 3 months. Now, it is worth noting that this card does have a $595 annual fee, and I know you're going to look at that and say, wow, that's a lot. It is a lot, but it doesn't mean you have to keep this card forever. You could cancel the card or do whatever you want to after the first year. That's up to you, of course. But in this case, if you have a need for American Airlines miles, in particular 100,000 American Airlines miles, those can be very, very valuable and could easily offset the cost of the $595 annual fee for the first year. So that's something to consider. This card may be a good card for 1 year. Whether it's a good card to keep long term, that's a big annual fee. I can't go out on a limb and say that. It depends on your budget and the other credits that are offered with the card. For me personally, I wouldn't keep it after the first year just based on my current needs. But if you have this card right now, let me know if you find the value in it and make sure you share it with all the viewers of the channel. Hilton continues to devalue their points. That's not something that we want to hear. I know that. Well, right now we found out that Hilton's highest cost property right now in terms of points, 200,000 points per night. And that's an increase from the 150,000 point max that we'd seen for their max value point stay per night. So it's increased by 50,000 points. This is super frustrating because, as we know, Hilton has moved to dynamic pricing several years ago, and it makes it really hard to keep them accountable for raising the point totals like this. It's super frustrating, and that's why, again, I like Hyatt. At least there's an award chart that you can look at and get an idea for where the points value should be depending on if it's peak season or off-peak season, something like that. At least there's some accountability there. But now Hilton has 200,000 points per night for some properties. That's a massive increase, and again, I like Hilton. It's usually my second choice after going to Hyatt, but again, this is bad news. Continued devaluation of Hilton points. I don't like it. Let me know if this frustrates you as much as it frustrates me. I can't stand it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And it is official now. Discover has merged with Capital One. After months and months and months of reviews, it has been approved for the merge. And this raises a lot of questions. Right now, we do not have a lot of details on exactly what this is going to mean, but there's a couple of things that I'm kind of curious about what they're going to do. So for one, Capital One uses the Visa and MasterCard network for most of its cards. So it'll be interesting if they plan on switching those cards to the Discover network. And I'll also be curious, will Discover start doing 3 credit pulls when it comes to applications for a card? If you know from watching this channel, that's a pretty big deal for me. I do not like the fact that Capital One pulls from all 3 credit bureaus just for an application for a credit card. It's absolutely ridiculous. So you've got some interesting news from Discover going to Capital One and Capital One to Discover. Long story short, there's a lot of news we just don't know right now that we're gonna have to dive into and see as things come up. But keep in mind, this is definitely happening. It is approved. We'll have to see how they work together moving forward. As always on the Weekly Pointers News Update, I like to share a story as it relates to credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, and how those come together in personal relationship. And this week we got a story from a young person who has posted online about possibly getting a summer job, how their parents feel about it, and they want to know if they are in the right or in the wrong in the way that they are approaching this. It's summertime. Summer jobs are coming up either for you or for somebody that you know that has kids that are looking for summer jobs. I'm curious to hear your perspective on this. Let's dive in. I'm going to read this from the perspective of the young person that posted it online. I'm a 17-year-old who is going to be a senior in high school next year. My parents want me to try and get a summer job, but I would rather be spending the summer reading books and improving myself. I'm interested in learning how to make profitable long-term investments in the stock market so that I can have a good financial future. If I spend the next 2 months at a job working, I'll probably be making $2,000 to $2,500, which really won't do much for me. If I learn how to make the good investments now, I think it will be much more profitable in the long run, since when I finish college and make a reasonably good paying job, I will have much more capital to work with and be more educated on making good investments. My parents, on the other hand, argue that getting a summer job is the right thing to do because it will give me work experience, which I do agree with. They also said that a job would give me a little bit of money to get my feet wet with investing, and learning from experience now will be better than spending all of my time reading books. Even though work experience has value, I believe that investing skills that I learn now will be even more value in the long run. If my parents are worried about me not having work experience, then in a few years I can try to get an internship somewhere once I decide what I want to do with my life. I don't want to work and educate myself at the same time because I have the rest of my life to make money, and I believe that I should be mastering skills while I have some free time. As far as my parents' finances go, my parents have agreed to help me pay for part of my college, and then I will take out loans to pay for the rest. My parents and I disagree on this. Am I the jerk in this scenario for not wanting to get a job and investing in myself by reading books instead? Now, this is a really interesting scenario because, first of all, not all high schoolers get jobs in the summer, so it's not mandated, it's not required or anything like that. However, if I could give this young person one good piece of advice, you know what's gonna make it really valuable when you start investing is when you start earning your own money and you start spending it out of your own pocket from work that you have done. It adds more value to it, and it will make you a little bit more cautious in spending and investing in certain areas. Whenever you're spending your money that you took the time to spend and earn, it does have more value than if somebody's just giving you money like he's living with his parents right now. It doesn't have as much value. You don't understand the value of money unless you've worked for it and you understand what it means to get that dollar, that $10, that $10,000, whatever it is. So in this case, I do think work has some value, and I would encourage him, if he's interested in investing, using your own money will make you think differently about how you invest. So that actually could be a lesson that he's hoping to learn in investing. I have no problem with people trying to better themselves and trying to learn more, but in this case, I would say go ahead, earn some money, and you can still read books. It's not against the law to work part-time and then read books on the weekend. I think you can do both, especially if you're interested in making a lot of money in the future. You're going to want to do more than the other people you're going to school with if you want to get ahead. But that's just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you been in this scenario before with your parents, or are you a parent right now that's working with a young person that maybe doesn't want to get a job? You want them to get a job? Let me know what you think. I think it has a ton of value, but maybe I'm wrong. And as always on the Weekly Pointers News Update, I like to end the show with a good food deal. This week I've got two for you. So first, on May 28th from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., Tropical Smoothie Cafe is celebrating Flip Flop Day by offering a free 12-ounce Sunrise Sunset Smoothie when you buy the lowest cost Sunrise Sunset Smoothie at their store. All you have to do is come in and wear flip-flops and you'll get that free smoothie. Pretty easy. Now let's move over to Jack in the Box. Right now, Jack in the Box is part of their midweek Munchies promotion. You can score free onion rings with any $1 purchase in the Jack app. All you have to do is sign up for the Jack in the Box Rewards app, and you'll see that in the awards section or the deals section of that app. So that's pretty easy. Just get like a small soda or something for $1, $1.25, whatever it is, and get some free onion rings. Free food's always good. This week you've got 2 coming up. Take advantage. This has been a very fun episode. We covered a lot of different topics. We talked about the elevated card offer to get 100,000 American Airlines miles, the clear fees going up. I'm also interested in your feedback on the Hilton devaluation. That stuff drives me absolutely insane. And of course, let me know what you think about the summer job story. It's summertime. Kids are going to be going to work, hopefully doing some school, some work, maybe trying to save some money for a car, something like that. All kinds of stuff going on in the summer. Let me know what you think about that story. And keep in mind, if you're interested in any of the cards mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link down in the description below. It does greatly help support the channel, and I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. If you found this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts. And when you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, click, you will get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, free food, and everything in between. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. We'll see you soon.